Hi there, everyone. Just sharing my screen. Exciting day. Always look forward to this day. Auction day. Sadly, it's not quite like what it used to be when we used to go to the auctions and face to face. So I think this is the way things are going to go. So we're 13 minutes out from the auction starting. This is the lot that I'm going for. I've picked this one out, done all my due diligence. It's all been done remotely, but there's stacks that you can do going on Google Street View, obviously the auction pack, downloading all of that, checking that's all correct. Sadly, with this one, there was a couple of things missing on this one, notably the tenancy agreement, but there was a rental history statement, and the tenant that's in situ has been paying for the last 2 years on time, every time. So that's always a good sign. So if successful in this auction, I'm going to write to the tenant first of all, introduce myself, and see if she can furnish me with some of the information on the property. So that's my first port of call. Did buy one about 2 weeks ago, similar. Yeah, it's interesting stuff. Always very exciting. Never know what's going to happen. I have set my reserve that I'm going to go for, which is 65,000. Has been known that I just sometimes go over that a little bit. So we'll see what happens. See how I feel. So yeah, 12 minutes out now, but a lot of people say it's a bit nerve-wracking buying a place that you've never seen. Well, you have to understand it is a business, and the figures, if they all stack up and you're not going to live in it, then it's fine. So the plan with this one is to purchase it. There's some minor works that need doing to it. I want to improve the EPC. As of 2025, they're talking about getting EPCs up to a C. This one's a D at the moment. And looking at the EPC, not too many things that need doing to bring it up to the C, so that shouldn't be too much of a problem. And then refinance it. Looking down the street at the sold prices, not what they're asking, they're anywhere between 65 and 85,000. The average is round about 75 to 80,000. This particular property was purchased by an investor for 85,000. It's a repossession. Not too sure why it's been repossessed, because looking at it, all the figures stack up. I know the mortgage company and their rates are very favourable, so maybe something's happened, maybe they've passed away, not too sure what's happened, but it is in the hands of the receivers, so hopefully we're going to get a good deal. But I'll touch base once the auction starts. Nothing really much happens until the last sort of 3 or 4 minutes of the auction, and then people start showing their cards. Then it is a bit like a game of poker. Quite often the newbies will come in early on, and then the more experienced ones just jump in towards the end. It's not recommended jumping in at the end all the time, because it has been known, and it has happened to me, internet connection's gone down. So in preparation of that, I've got a spare laptop going with a separate internet connection, just in case that does happen to me. Hopefully it won't. I've been around the house, turned off all the devices, prepped everything, so I'm all organised and ready to go. So yeah, no stress. The last thing you want to do is jump into an auction panicking, trying to bid. So everything's nice and relaxed here. So we'll see what happens. Right, just a little update. Bidding's now open. Good news is no one's jumped in yet. So hopefully there's no newbies in there sort of trying to pump the price up too early. So we'll see what happens. We've got 42 minutes left. We've got 9 people watching. So see what goes on there. Obviously sometimes we get a lot of spectators, just out of interest. Could be quite interesting with what's going on in the country with COVID. A lot of people feel as though they've got to see the property, which I can understand. So we'll just wait and see what happens. So I'll be looking at putting my bid on a little bit later. I'll give you a little bit of an update, maybe about halfway through, see what's happening, see if anyone's jumped in. Right, just a little update, 28 minutes out. We've got someone that's shown their cards. They've come in at the minimum bid of 47,000. So the next bid's 48. So we'll see what happens. Perhaps he's just trying his luck. May not be serious. We'll see what happens. You can see there's a few bits and pieces from the receivers saying about the property. It's pretty good. The rent's reasonable. You can see down here. Yeah, 21st of March 19, and as I said, they've been paying it EPC of D. This is a bit steep for some of the auction houses, 2,400 including VAT, buyer's admin fee, so you've got to take that into account. The highest one I've paid, buyer's fee, was actually 8,000. So you have to take that into account. Don't just think that you bought the property cheap and then suddenly get this bombshell hit you with a buyer's fee. So make sure that you read that and take it into account when you're purchasing the property. So we'll see what happens, see if anyone else decides to jump in. It's looking good at the moment. No one's jumping in, so we'll see what happens. Interesting now, we've got a new bidder, so we've got 2 bidders and we've got 10 watching. So 24 minutes out. We'll only see how serious these are in the last couple of minutes. So I'm still holding my cards to my chest, so I won't be coming in till at least the last few minutes of the auction. So keep watching. Right, well, we're right into the auction now. We've got 10 minutes left. At the moment, it just seems to be between 3 bidders, but that means absolutely nothing. I've had it in the past, right in the last couple of minutes, 2 or 3 new bidders will just start showing their hands then. So we'll see what happens. Never understand why so many people come in so early, but that's just my opinion. But bidder 1 seems quite eager. He got in there first and he's currently the highest bidder. So to beat that bid, I've got to place 53 or above. Normally what I like to do is come in fairly strong and put quite a lot higher bid. So if he bids, then it automatically increases. Oh, we're up to, yeah, bidder 3's jumped back in now. Well, that's interesting. Bidder 1's back in. He's saying, look, you're not getting away with it. I'm having it. So 54. I was hoping to get this property for 55, which would have made a stonking return on. But looking at this bidding now, that doesn't look as though that's going to happen. So I may have to go to the upper end of my amount that I was going to bid, which is 65. Oh, they're still quite eager, so we're back up to 54,500. So bidder 2's now saying, no, we're not having any of that, I'm coming in. Bidder 1 saying, no, get out the way, I'm coming in, I'm having it. So we'll see. I'll just upset the apple cart towards the end and throw in my bid, as long as it's not gone above 65 by then. So good news is reserve is met. So that is good news. So just been watching a few of the other lots on my other screen, and none of them had met the reserves. So yeah, they couldn't sell them. So as you probably know, when they show you the guide price, it's meant to be within about 10% of the guide price. reserve either way. So obviously the guide price was 50, so 10% of that, so we're looking at 55. So they've stuck to that. So right, 8 minutes to go. So what do you think? We'll jump in sort of around about 2 or 3 minutes before the end and place my bids then. I'm sure that will upset everyone. A new bidder always does. So I'll get back to you in a few minutes. So right, really exciting now. Final minutes, the auction, 4 minutes. If you see, I've put my bid 65,250. For some reason, just never like putting it a round number. Always like that little bit extra. So as I said, one was going to be 65. I'll be jumping in round about 2 minutes. Not much has happened in the last 5 minutes. Maybe they're just holding on, just like me, just for the final couple of minutes. Watching the other auctions or the other properties in the same auction, not much happened. This seems to be the most active lot in the whole auction going on at the moment. So that's always interesting. So gives me a bit more confidence, thinking that, yeah, I've got a good property here, as everyone else is seeing the same thing that I've seen. So 3 minutes, so we're on the countdown now. So just see what happens. Get to the 2 minute marker, and then we'll pop it in. Even after doing this for 30 years, still very, very exciting. Never tire of it. I enjoy this. So, yeah, sometimes it's like watching paint dry, seeing that counter go down. You're thinking, come on, go down. In the live auctions as well, it seems like an eternity when that auctioneer is trying to bring that hammer down. You're thinking, come on, just bring it down. Whereas this is obviously all automated. So if someone bids in the last 60 seconds, they'll restart the clock again for another 60 seconds. So we need a clear 60 seconds with no one bidding. So that clock can keep restarting all the time, which can be very, very painful watching that. So maybe someone's done their figures and thinking, yep, 55 is my highest bid. So we're coming down to the final 2 minutes for me to place my bid. Maybe one of the others will wait in as well for the last couple of minutes. So let's see what happens, see what he's bid at, because it could automatically start going up. I'm not sure whether he's doing it in increments or doing it the same as me, where you're putting in your highest bid first of all. I don't have to keep. Here we go. Yeah. So down to 2 minutes. So bidder one's jumped back in. Yeah, we knew he was eager. Bidder four now. Oh, we got bidder four. Right. Place bid. Confirm bid. So I'm currently the highest bidder. Bidder one is quite eager. So yeah, I'm still the highest bidder. Bidder one's still coming back in. Yeah, we knew he was quite eager right at the start. So we're down to the last minute. So we need a full minute. He's probably going to wait to the last 60 seconds to throw his bid in. So we have to reset the clock again. Yeah. Oh no, he didn't wait to the last minute. So we'll see. I'm still the highest bidder. So we need a good 60 seconds now. Extension windows activated. Told you it was a bit naughty up in it. I don't like being beaten. So 63,000 we're up to now. 64. I bet it's bidder one. Oh no, bidder six. at the moment. I'm the highest bidder. Extension window in progress. Got 40 seconds left. Let's see what happens. It's like the longest 30 seconds of your life. Seems like an eternity now. I'm sure it's getting slower. Sure it's getting slower. 17 seconds. See what happens. Is he going to jump in at the last second? Is he going to jump in? 2 seconds left. Well, there we have it. Told you it was a bit naughty. I said 65. We got it 67,250. So it's still a really good deal. I'm going to make money out of this. So yeah, I'm happy. Not as happy as what would have been if I got it for 55, but still 67,000. What do you want? Got a nice 3-bed house there, producing 500 a month. Bit of work on it. Should pull all my money out. So yeah, I'm happy with that. I'll turn my phone back on now, and the auctioneer will give me a call because I've got to put the name on the contract. So very exciting stuff. So hope you enjoyed watching this.